Well, we started talking about our past, well, my past, and I still know very little about Reggie.
Oh.
Even though we spent a lot of time together, I wasn't able to get all the questions I wanted answered.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so it got hard because it was more focused on me and like what I've been doing and what my life was and more about that. And I was like, I healed from it. I grew up from that. I'm 30 years old. I wasn't into in the entertainment worlds for like 6 years now. So it was kind of like, get over it. But at the same time, I understood, like, as a man, he wanted to know like all the ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
And so I was very open, very transparent about everything. But it just got to a point where it was like he couldn't let it go. And then at one point, he did tell me that I lacked confidence. So that was a problem for me because it was like, you don't know me. Like, how can you say that I lack anything if you haven't even gave me a chance to show you like who I am or what I'm capable of? Like, when you show confidence, like, I went on a show, didn't know anybody there, like, like, not even, this is not my cup of tea. Like, I like to meet people old fashioned, like grocery store, gas station, even out at the bar, like, not on a dating show. So I was like, what? Like, so that kind of threw me back. And then it was like, it just got real messy towards the end of everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, I know you said it was really like a lot focused on you. Like, were you asking him questions and he wasn't answering it, or like?
Yeah, he's the king of deflection.
Oh.
He's king of deflection.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so and he owns it. Like, he knows. So hey, I
Okay.
mean, it was something that was like, this is me, and I was like, oh well, we
Who
were
are
having
you?
so much
Yeah.
fun. Why didn't you come sooner? It was
Yeah.
kind of one of those things for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reggie, what's
Okay.
going on, Mr. King?
All right, so sounds like she said she used to be in the entertainment industry, and she talked about she used to be like in the promotion of clubs and events, and and you guys know what happens in the club scene, alcohol. Maybe she's a very very good looking woman. She has all the curves and stuff, so I'm sure she met celebrities, and if you know, you know, right? So he got bothered by the fact that she used to be in the entertainment industry or doing whatever work she was doing. And maybe because these shows go viral, maybe some people told him, hey bro, that chick used to be for the streets. So maybe it bothered him. And because he fell for her so quick, he was trying to ask questions, but maybe she didn't give him the answers he wanted, or he was asking her about her past so he can find a reason to either continue with her or disqualify her. But maybe, and then in talking about her past, she got offended about the whole confidence thing, right? That's how, to sum it up, though. That's how I'm trying to understand the whole situation. So, he didn't like her past, to say the least.
A deflection.
So, so pretty much the quote unquote like problem started was we did have a conversation. Like I said, we spent a lot of time with each other, so we was having like deep conversations, not just like surface level, like past the surface level. Like we really was getting deep, and so pretty much, she was saying like we had to talk like what did you think? Like how like did you know you was gonna match with me? We just kind of talking, and it was like a thing. It was like tell me about like we was talking. It's kind of like tell me some things, you know what I mean? It's like it was not just like you're not confident. Like we actually was having a conversation, and I said that. You know what I mean? I just said it was like I think you can be more confident. And that was our like first big argument.
So, and that's what happens when you spend too much time with somebody you just met. Man, spending every day with a woman you just met, like that's too much time. So eventually arguments are gonna come up, and arguments shouldn't come up in the first 2 weeks of you guys meeting. That should still be the honeymoon phase should be at least 3 months minimum. You guys are just having fun, learning more about each other, but it shouldn't be about arguments. But arguments after 2 weeks, that comes from spending too much time with somebody you just met. And obviously sounds like he got pussy whipped. she laid that thing on him. He got pussy whipped, and then he realized that she comes from the entertainment industry, and maybe he doesn't like some of the things she did, and maybe she was honest enough to be like, hey, I was in the industry and I did A, B, C, D, and he didn't like it, and he kept asking questions. And sometimes, as they say, don't ask what you don't want to, don't ask about something you don't really want to know about. So either choose her, accept her the way she is, or don't ask crazy questions, because you may not be able to take the truth, right?
So when you speak about like you were in the entertainment world and things like that, I know you mentioned OnlyFans. Is that something you're doing now?
No.
Oh, that was like
No.
back then.
Yeah,
Okay. And
not even back then. Like sometimes I think the last one was probably like back in April
Okay.
that I dropped like a little 3-minute video of me just dancing. So that's what I did. I was just dancing on there. Like I went virtual with my entertainment, with my dancing, but I never showed, like I never went full nude or anything like that. So
Okay.
it was just kind of like boudoir, just little stuff. Like not, I mean, some people might say that's not little stuff, but it wasn't as extreme as some people go, So
Okay.
it was. I showed it to him. I was a dancer for about 4 or 5 years. During that time, I was in a relationship, so that's when I was like doing the whole Bonnie
dancing.
Clyde. Yeah, I
Okay.
was trying to do everything. I was trying to do it all, and yeah,
Oh, so she used to be a stripper too. Okay, now this all makes sense. So the brother likes the woman because she looks really good. Guys, she's curvaceous, if you know what I mean, right? She looks good, but the thing is, she's a single mom, right? She used to be a stripper, and then she does OnlyFans, and she used to be quote unquote in the entertainment industry. So the brother is thinking, okay, she really looks good. I feel like I'm connected with her. Maybe pussy whipped already. And he's thinking, should I do this? Like, what are my friends gonna say? What's my family gonna say? What's my dad or mom gonna say? What are my siblings gonna say about me taking a former stripper, OnlyFans model seriously? So I think all those things were going into his mind, and he was trying to ask her questions. So he can find a reason to convince himself to go ahead, but maybe she didn't give him the answers he wanted.
when my partner died, I didn't find it fun anymore. I felt like it was a lot more vultures out there than I was used to because I didn't have to deal with none of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I just kind of let it go.
Okay.
Like I didn't feel like it fit me anymore. So I let it go. And plus, at the time, I was a single mom. So my daughter, I think she was like about 5 years old when I stopped dancing. She was starting to go to kindergarten. I was like, well, I can't do this with her. Like, no, like it's not gonna
Yeah.
work anymore. Like when she was a kid, it was easy because it was like, okay, she sleep at night, I drop her off, sitter, go to work, come back. She didn't even know I was gone,
Yeah.
But now it's like I gotta take her to school. I gotta I have my responsibility list grew.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, yeah, I can't now. I got my dance bag in the corner. She's trying to put on my heels. I'm like, oh no, oh no. So yeah, it just stopped being fun for me anymore. It
Yeah.
just started being like, okay, so what type of woman do you want to be? So that's when I was like, okay, I sticked with my modeling for a little bit. And even with that, it was like, I just didn't have the heart for it anymore. Like I just didn't. I was started bullshitting. I missing appointments and all that. Like it just stopped being fun.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
All right. And now Reggie.
Yeah. All right. So first off, I don't know who uses the word eligible or bachelor together, but I did not say those words.
You definitely did.
But I will say this, just with everything she just said. For me, so yes, I never talked to a dancer before. Dancer, that means, when push come to shove, she knows how to get to the cheese. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm about my money and things like this. So I feel like it's something that we could have kind of worked through. We did work through.
Yeah.
And I know she was saying like, it seemed like you were still stuck there. I wasn't still stuck there. And because the communication is so high for me, as she knows, like there literally was nothing that we couldn't talk about, right? So even the part of like, oh, I didn't know him, it's because like questions wasn't asked. Was any question that would have been asked, I'm not gonna I will answer it. You know what I mean? And also as far as kind of things that was going on with us, this isn't just when I say we were together like every day for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was. It wasn't just like, oh, we're just laying up. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was, like I said, showing her that I'm a man that can lead and doing things for her, whatever she needed. Hey, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to work. Fill up your gas tank. You know what I mean? I'm going through a financial hardship. Cool. We can make some passive income together. This is how we can do it. If you need your credit fixed, we can go through things like this. Like I was giving her the blueprint of everything we could potentially do. A TikTok, a YouTube channel. Like I was giving her the blueprint of like we can do all these things together. Like I was leading and moving intentful. And the big thing for me, for her, is I said, no matter what we go through, we can have a conversation about it. Every single thing we went through, when we had a conversation about it, we're able to get over it. But if I'm getting blocked and I can't even hit her up and things like this, how you're blocking my superpower? You know what I mean? And I don't say my superpower, but my thing of like, if we're going through these hard things early, we're gonna get through. And then, a lot of people, they'll meet each other, it's all bliss and roses, and then like 6 months down the line, it's like, you wasn't that person. Then they stop. The thing about me, like, this is Reggie, you know what I mean? Like, if you like me now, you'll love me later. If you don't like me now, you won't like me later, but at least you can say that man was himself. He didn't wait for 2 months down the line. He didn't wait if I was wrapped around his finger. He didn't wait for me to say no. He was already him. And she felt that, you know what I mean? So the fact that's when I said it was trauma, because there's no way everything we went through, we was able to talk through it. And then you just like a breaking point where it's like she started saying some wild things like, well, I'm about to just get someone to pay my rent. And it's like, you're not even believing in the plans that I'm setting for us. Like we have plans. I just want you to believe in what we got going on. Like, it's too many people who want to see us win, including yourself, including BM. Yeah. I was even seeking counsel from both of y'all. Like, oh, would you think of how we do it this weekend? And it's like, everyone believed in the vision except her. And I get it, sometimes if you're going through like financial hardship, things like this, everyone's going through there. You're not yourself, what have you. But because I was leading, because I had plans every step of the way, it's just unfortunate to me that she didn't believe enough in everything that I was showing her. I was not just talking. These are like everything I'm saying right now. It was all on the plate. We sat down for like an hour or whatever it was. Like, hey, this is how we do a Shopify. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things. So it's just like, and it reminded me I'm kind of long winded, but she.
So guys, I let that play for a long time. I know, but for a reason. Because when it was her turn to talk, she said so much. She painted him as the bad guy who cares so much about her past, how she's no longer doing OnlyFans, how she's no longer a stripper because she has a daughter now. She tried to make him look like he didn't care or he wasn't empathetic about her changes in life. But the man just said she was talking about getting a new man and blocking him, and she was talking about getting a new man to pay her rent, and the guy was trying to even make sure they start a business together or social media or something, fixing her credit, filling her gas tank. But this goes back to the fact that you were spending too much time with a woman you just met for 2 weeks, man. You got pussy whipped, and that's the truth. Now, I don't blame you. She's a very attractive woman, but Reggie, this is your fault, man. This is your fault. You spending too much time with her, you literally showed her your hand. You literally had your cards and you're like, baby, this is what I feel about you. I want to spend all this time with you. So spending so much time with her, and then you find out she was a former stripper, she still does OnlyFans, and then you find out she's a single mom, and you find out she also wants other men to pay her rent, and now this is what happens. Right now, you don't like the fact that she starts to block you, or maybe she was even cursing you out, and now she tried to expose you. But good job for coming back and saying your truth and speaking your truth, right? Man, this was crazy. Obviously, I'm not going to finish the video. Link down below if you guys want to complete it. Till next time, comment down below what you guys think. Was he right for questioning her past, or was she right for saying, he's not the man for her because he's not accepting her past? What do you guys think? Till next time, subscribe. Peace.